The day is finally here. Match day 1 predictions. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We are going to just jump right in. So our first matchup is Qatar versus Ecuador. I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw here because Ecuador currently haven't lost in the last 7 matches, but they haven't scored in their last 3. They are currently 1 win, 4 draws in their last 5, and Qatar are 4 wins and a draw in their last 5. Also, Qatar haven't lost in their last 5 matches, and they are unbeaten at home in the last 4. But Qatar's are all friendlies. They did not have to go through qualifying because they are the host nation. And Ecuador, some of those are friendlies, and I think maybe one of them, no, actually I think all of those are friendlies, their last 5. But historically, for the host nation in that first game, in the last 4 World Cups or 5 World Cups, I can't remember right off the top of my head, the host nation team has won 4 of them and lost 1, or it's win 3 of them and drawn 1, not lost, no losses. So that is why I am going to go with a 2-2 draw here for this matchup. So next up we have England versus Iran. I went with a 3-1 victory for England. I just think England is the stronger side. I know that Iran like to sit back, but currently England are 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5, and Iran are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5. Also, England haven't won in their last 6 matchups, but I think that that's going to turn around. I think that since we are on a bigger stage, they're just going to get it done over a team that is going to sit back. So actually, I know that I went with a 3-1 victory for England. It might not be that because Iran like to sit back a little bit, but I'm going to stick with it. Also, these two teams have not played against each other, so it is a new matchup. But 3-1 England over Iran. Next up, we have Senegal versus the Netherlands. I went with the Netherlands winning this game 2-1 over Senegal, but currently Senegal are 4 wins and a draw in their last 5, and the Netherlands are also 4 wins and a draw in their last 5. As far as I know, that these two teams have not played against each other, and another fun stat is Netherlands haven't lost a match in their last 15 games, and they are unbeaten in the last 8 away games. Doesn't really matter because everyone technically is away except for Qatar. But yes, I think that Netherlands have a little bit of a stronger team. Sadio Mane is out for this game, I'm pretty sure, with his injury. So I have to go with Netherlands 2-1 over Senegal. Next up, we have the USA versus Wales. I'm going to go with a 1-0 victory for the US. This is going to be a tight matchup, but the US currently are 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5, whereas Wales is 1 draw and 4 losses in their last 5. Unfortunately for the US, they have not scored in their last 2 matches, which were friendlies against Saudi Arabia and Japan. But also for Wales, they are currently on a 3-game losing streak, and they haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 5 matches. And yes, those all are European matches. So those are competitive games, whereas the US's last 2 were friendlies, and then before that was competitive, but not competitive. Yeah, it was CONCACAF. So CONCACAF Nations League was El Salvador and Grenada, and then before that was Uruguay for a friendly. These two teams have played each other one time. It was back in 2020, November 12th of 2020, and it was a draw 0-0. It was a very boring game to watch. I do remember that matchup. But I am going to have to say US 1, Wales 0 for match day 1 in the World Cup. So moving on, we have Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. I went with Argentina winning this game 3-1 over Saudi Arabia. Currently, Argentina are 4 wins and a draw in their last 5, where Saudi Arabia are 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses. Argentina haven't lost a match in 35 matches. That is a phenomenal streak, and I think that they continue that streak. Like I said, I think they win this game 3-1 pretty handedly over Saudi Arabia. Also, these two teams have played each other only one time, and that was back in 2012 where they drew 0-0. That must have been a boring game too, but for the World Cup here, I think Argentina win pretty easily 3-1. So next up we have Denmark versus Tunisia. I think Denmark win this game very easily with a 3-0 victory over Tunisia. Currently, Denmark are 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5, and Tunisia are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5. Tunisia are 4 games unbeaten away, which again, everyone is away in this. These two teams have not played against each other as far as I know. There are some injuries for Denmark, but I do think that they have enough power and they are good enough to beat Tunisia 3-0 there in that matchup. So moving on, we have Mexico versus Poland. I think Poland win this game 2-1 over Mexico. I would love Mexico to win this game just because I'd like to see them move on to the round of 16, but I think Poland are just a little bit better, even though in the FIFA rankings, Poland are a lower rank than what Mexico are. But I think you look at Poland, they play other European teams, whereas Mexico, they really just play against the U.S. and Canada. Currently, Mexico are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in the last 5, and Poland are a win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5. These two teams have played against each other twice. Mexico has won 1 and they have drawn 1. The first matchup was back in 2011 on September 2nd. That was the draw 1-1. And then Mexico in 2017 won 1-0. And it was in Poland. So that was pretty good, but that was all the way back in 2017. So it's definitely a different time. But in this matchup, I think it's going to be a good one. But Poland win 2-1 over Mexico. And for our final selection, because we are only doing groups A through B in this video, is France versus Australia. I think France win this matchup 3-1 pretty easily. Currently, France are 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5. Australia have won their last 5 matchups. France have won the previous 2 matches against Australia that they have played. So these two teams have only played each other twice. Once in 2013 and the other in 2018. The first matchup was a 6-0 win for France, and then for France in 2018, yes, it was a World Cup game in Group C, and they won 2-1 over Australia. And I think that they pretty easily win this game, even though I feel like France may struggle in this World Cup. They do get it done there against Australia. So those are my picks for groups A through D. In a couple days, I will release the other groups since they are later in the week. But thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content, and we'll see you next time.